Hey, podcaster. I'm Jim Alberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can sound like a pro and gain more podcast fans. Today's tip is all about engagement. Now, when you jump online and search how to engage your podcast audience, you'll see things like create a poster and post it on social media, stay true to your brand, be a guest on someone else's show. All great tips, but to me, they feel more like marketing tips. When it comes to engagement, I can't help but measure it by conversion. This all depends on your podcast goals. Conversion to you may look like subscribers, likes, newsletter signups, clients, and or sales. I believe engagement happens on 3 levels, with conversion happening on level 3, that being the goal. So before you get to level 3, known as maximum engagement, we need to talk about levels 1 and 2. Level 1 is straight up basic engagement. Someone is already actively listening to your podcast. It's not just background noise. You've got a captive audience. This is you delivering great content each episode for your listener. I like to think that listener can't get out of their car, even after arriving at their destination. Even though they can press stop and listen later, they're not moving until they hear the rest of what you have to say. You've engaged your listener on a literal level. Okay, now let's jump to engagement level 3. This is how level 3 looks. Your listener is engaged beyond your podcast, outside of your podcast. They're on your email list. They've subscribed to your show. They're doing what you're asking of them. Maybe they're a customer or a client. Remember that whole call to action thing? It's working. You're doing it. Level 3 is conversion. You've just hit maximum engagement. So, let me ask you, did you convert on your last episode? Go ahead. No, please answer. Think about it. Did you get what you asked for? Did you get level 3 engagement? If you did, awesome. The highest of 5s. If you didn't, that's okay. Remember, you might not hit level 3 every single episode. You can go from level 1 to level 3. It's a big step, not impossible, but it's easier when you engage on level 2. It's the secret level. This is the level you connect with your listener on. And I'm talking about active participation from your listener. But you gotta ask for it. You're after a one-on-one connection. You want your listener involved in your podcast. Here are just a couple of ways to engage on level 2. Try asking your listener a direct question, like I just did. I only like to ask yes or no questions. This gets an instant reaction. It's a technique we used in talk radio all the time. We instantly knew what side of an issue a caller was on, and once we got them on the air, then we dug a little deeper. For example, should the government raise the driving age from 16 to 18? I don't ask them what they think about raising the driving age from 6 to 18. It's too vague. Go for the gut or that emotional response. And it doesn't have to be so serious either. You can hit your listener right out of the gate to get them involved in your next episode. You know, and like a lot of these tips, techniques, and tools that I pass along to you, you don't need to use these all the time every single episode, or they start to lose their effect, right? Another way to engage your listener on level 2 is with a quiz. Who doesn't love game shows? We all like to play and test our knowledge. Maybe it's a few multiple choice quickies that gets your listener involved. These play along moments instantly connect you to your listener. They're now involved in your show. These shared moments can turn into memories, a familiarity, even a bond over time. And that can lead to trust. Here's another way. Sometimes I'll go out of my way to describe a picture or a product. I'll get really, really detailed about it too. So much that my listener can't help themselves and they need to see it to believe it. Luckily, you have a picture of it on your website and you direct them to that. But I know that this works because it's worked on me. I've been a listener that stopped what I was doing to check out what the host was talking about. Just make sure there's a payoff there. It's got to be worth it. This is literally active participation, and it happens throughout your show on level 2. So get your listener involved in your next podcast. These moments can heighten engagement and make it easier to get your listener from just listening on level 1 to level 3. And we all know what's waiting for us at level 3.
Maximum engagement.
And I hope that's just the tip you need. If you have a podcast directly tied to your business, here's what maximum engagement sounds like. If you're not hearing that sound enough, maybe you need a little help. It could be your format, your sound, your performance. You're working hard on your podcast and you want it to start converting. Imagine a better sounding podcast in 30 days. I coach podcasters. It's what I do. Check out my 30 Days to a Better Podcast program and let's start turning your listeners into fans and those fans into customers. It's double guaranteed. Check it out right now at podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Albert. See ya.